Hello, my name is Xavier Jefferson, and this is my mechanic for this tile-based game. The mechanic I came up to do was a teleport tile, and in the game, this teleport tile is represented by the white pad with the blue little platform on top of it, which if a player in the game decides to interact and step on it, it will teleport them to the other side of the map, and they end up on this white pad over here. And then if they want to head back, they also could just step back on this pad, which takes them back over here. Not only can the player teleport, objects can teleport as well through the teleport pad to the other side. So if I decide to make a little puzzle with the teleportation in the boxes, then something like this is possible. Now, in the process of making this in my blueprint, I originally was going towards using the uh, teleport branch thing, and I figured with a little help that the teleport wasn't going to help, and I used the move tile function, which then I used to start my blueprint, which I started with was event on interact, and then before I initially made sure the interactable could teleport, I tested it out on to see if the player could teleport. So with this object, I made sure I set the player and then a sound would play when they step on the pad, and when they step on the pad, there will be a 1 second delay, and then the player will move to the tile that has been selected. And to make sure both the player and the tile, I mean the player and the object can go through, I make sure they're recognized as valid, uh, which uh, I took some inspiration from the slide tile that I did before, where I did the is valid to make sure it knows which object is being used on. And if it's a player, then it'll go through the true process, which then does make knows that's the player. Then the sound plays, and then after 1 second, then they move teleport to the next tile, and so on. If it's false, then this branch over here will make sure that if an object's on it, then that whole process will happen. Um, an issue I also came into when making this was that the interactable would let's say the interactable in the game would, instead of teleporting and then moving up one space on the tile, it would automatically just stay on the white pad, which then will block the it will block the player from teleporting to the other side like this. But in order to fix that, I had to do a neighbor branch where I made sure that the end was connected to the target neighbor, and then I made sure the direction of it was to the right, so that when the box is in the teleporter, it will push it to the right up one, so that it won't be stuck in that one position. One issue I was having was trying to figure out a way how to make it so where I wouldn't have to automatically place where the tile has to be pushed. So I still haven't figured that out. Um, Also, for the pads in the detail section and the default section, there's a little space called that I called end, which is based off my Telly end pads, which are these little white pads here. And with this in this section, if you select which pad you want it connected to, that's where if the player hops on the pad, they would teleport towards. Um, and in my blueprint, in order for that to happen, I had to make uh, my end variable editable so that this option could be accessed. Um, and that's pretty much it.